Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Brittany and I talk all things beauty here on my channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would appreciate it so much. So in today's video, we have got a declutter. So if you like watching declutters, then please keep watching. So let's just start off with what is sitting right in front of me. Some of these products I do not have like in front of me, so I'll be posting pictures somewhere on the screen, but I'm going to start off with like right here what I haven't already gotten rid of, but I do plan to. So should we start off with something exciting? Okay, we will. So the first thing that I am wanting to declutter, this is from Patmcgrath Labs. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is the Mothership 2 Sublime. This is what I call the green palette. So as you may all have heard or know, Patmcgrath had a huge glitch a few weeks ago, maybe last month. Yeah, definitely, it's been a while. See, I have no concept of time. So I hit up that sale and I got lots and lots of palettes, and some of them were misses for me. Now, this is what the inside of it looks like. It's stunning, do not get me wrong. I just have not been reaching for this palette. Like, I don't understand. So if I'm not reaching for stuff, they gotta go. So I'm gonna be selling these on my Poshmark, but definitely it's absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. I have a lot of palettes that I've been showing love to, so I'm going to be decluttering this one from Patmcgrath. The next palette that I am going to be decluttering, this is from Dose of Colors, and a few years ago everyone would rave about Dose of Colors, so I bought the entire bundle of all their eyeshadow palettes, and honestly this is the last one that has stuck around and it's time to say goodbye. So it's very, you know, you get what you get. It's a matte palette. I've used it over the time, but now I just don't reach for it anymore, so it's time to say goodbye to this one. This one's probably going to cause a little commotion about. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of her quads in the, what is it called? Walk of No Shame. This is what the inside looks like. It's very beautiful. Like, there's nothing wrong with it as far as color story, but this was, okay, let me just start off by saying this was free. I bought like a bundle of her, like the contour, the blush, and the highlight, and I also bought like a powder blush. Anyways, I spent over a certain amount, and for like the holidays, this came for free. And I don't like the formula. These two have shimmer in it. This is a satin. These three are satins. And this is like a glitter. This one is it metallic? No. These three are satins and this is more of like a glitter. And honestly, I'm just not big on the formula. I know a lot of people say that her larger palettes, they have like upgraded the formula, but I don't know. This was just a complete miss for me. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. You can get a very pretty look out of it. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't inspire me, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. Let me know, what's your favorite Charlotte Tilbury palette? Is it worth the hype? Did I just get a dud? Let me know. Let's take a break from eyeshadow palettes, and we're going to talk about a highlighting palette that I'm going to be saying goodbye to. This is the Glaze Lip Kit from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and I've decluttered the other one as well because it's too deep for me. But this is, don't get me wrong, the formula is amazing. All the colors are so pretty. It's just huge. Like, look how big this is. And I don't reach for it. I have other highlighters that I love. And I guess the size, it's just so big, I never reach for it. So I'm going to be saying goodbye to this as well. Okay, from Huda Beauty. This is newer to me. This is her Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. This palette's stunning. The formula's great. I just don't reach for it. As you can see, it's a common theme. If I don't reach for it, it's gotta go. I don't like just keeping stuff in here for like no reason. Like, I want to make room in my collection. So probably my daughter's gonna snag this up. But definitely beautiful palette. I don't know. I just don't really reach for it that much. But it's a shame because the formula is really good. But the last palette that I have to like declutter that's actually in my hands, this is the Patmcgrath Subversive palette. This is the Mothership 3. Okay, the formula is amazing. Do not get me wrong. It's great. Great quality. I'm not going to reach for this ever. Ever. But it's so pretty. Like, I hate it. But it's very intimidating. Your looks can be so pretty, but I'd rather make money because I don't reach for it, and so I'm going to sell it. But it's very pretty in the form. Like, I'm telling you, if you want to try Patmcgrath and you love this color story, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's very expensive, and I would like to make my money back if I'm not using it, you know what I'm saying? So these are the two that I'm going to be decluttering from Patmcgrath. They're just kind of sitting here, and it stresses me out whenever makeup's just sitting here and I'm not using it. So I'm going to sell these and make some of my money back. Now, let's talk about some products that I do not have on my hands because they're already gone. So I'm going to scoot over so you can see them, hopefully. This all goes right. The first, oh, y'all are going to be crazy. Like, girl, you're crazy. Okay, let me just spit it out. I decluttered the Jaclyn Cosmetics Luxe Legacy eyeshadow palette and the setting spray that she did in collaboration with her mother, Robin. Okay, let's start with the setting spray. The setting spray, it wasn't all that. It had alcohol in it, and it smelled like rubbing alcohol. It smelled like herbal with alcohol, and it dried me out. So that one was a miss for me, so I sent that back. Eyeshadow palette. It was $50, and I only bought it because it was by Jaclyn, and she's so good with, like, she knows her formulas. And I was like, if this is from her brand, it's going to be amazing. The price tag was very expensive for me. The eyeshadow palette did not come with a mirror, and I feel like at $50, like, we need a mirror. And the mattes they were fine, but it just took so long to build them up that as I was blending, they would disappear and get patchy. So my first impressions on the palette was pretty good, but I mean, first impressions, you know, it's the first impressions. So I've been trying it out so much, and I was using that palette a lot with my indie brands, like just this shimmer. So I would use the mattes and then use other shimmers, because the shimmers in the Jaclyn Cosmetics palette were just not it. They were dry. They were still pretty. They did not enhance your texture. Like, a lot of people love that top. I just want sparkle. I want it thick and buttery, and the silver in there was really good. I do say, I would just let you know, like, the silver is good. It's like very bold and bright, but the others were dry, and I don't like a dry shimmer, so she had to go. The mattes were just not pigmented enough for me, and the shimmers were not sparkly enough. So she went back, setting spray went back, but I love the powder, guys. It's amazing. I've been using it almost every single day. It's so good. For me, I have dry skin, and the powder doesn't dry me out, so it's definitely a win-win. It makes my skin look very youthful in a way, whereas if I set it with, like, camera died, so if there was a weird jump, I apologize. But yeah, the Jaclyn powder is very good. But let's talk about the other palette that I decluttered that you're going to be shocked. It's the Natasha Denona Pastel palette. I know, I was shocked too whenever I sent it back, but man, they took so long to build up for me, and I'm just not about that life. Like, I don't have time for that. The formula was fine. The shimmers were very subtle but beautiful. I'm not a pastel girl, you know. I need to, like, deepen it up. And whenever I want to reach for color, I have been reaching for my Nomad Cosmetics, the Paradise Islands palette, or my Adept Cosmetics in collaboration with Heather Austin palette, the Hella palette from Odin's Eye. Whenever I reach for color, I'm pulling those in, and I was not using my Natasha Denona Pastel palette. It was just kind of sitting there. Every time I used it probably about 6 or 7 times, and every time I would use it, like, not filming, I'm not including the times I filmed with the palette, but just like on my own, I use it about 6 or 7 times, and every time I did not like the look. I did not feel beautiful. Natasha Denona is expensive, and I'm not just going to keep it because I collect her midi. So obviously I'm not collecting midi size anymore. So I sent it back. The packaging was cute. The color story is beautiful. It didn't appeal to me as much as I thought it would. I did love the looks like on camera I would do. And then whenever I actually started implementing it in my daily life, I don't know, it was just, there wasn't a lot I could do. So that one went back as well. So the next few products I'm going to talk about, I returned them due to ingredients that were found in the sunscreen. So as you may all know, some sunscreens, like chemical and physical sunscreens, can contain like a few ingredients that can be not so good for your body. And like, let's say you use it one time, well, they can test you, and like in weeks it will still be in your bloodstream. So I'm nursing my son. I don't need that in me. I don't want to put it on my face, and I don't want it in my bloodstream, and it can trace back to breast milk. So the first thing that I got rid of, but let me just say, for like a sunscreen, I use the Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen with Zinc Oxide from First Aid Beauty. Honestly, this has like a really gritty, weird texture to it, but it has safe ingredients. So I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to buy the CeraVe one because I looked at the ingredients. So just stick to mineral sunscreen. I'm going to stay away from chemical and physical, but I'm going to be using mineral. Yeah, sorry, that was like a tongue tie. Anyway, so the first product that I returned was the Rare Beauty, the, what is it called? Like the Tinted Moisturizer. It's kind of like a skin tint. I really enjoyed the product. It was fine. It just like, I have acne and I had to really build that product up. So it was kind of like wasting because I was using it so much. But I had to send it back because I did not, because those chemicals were found in the sunscreen. Anyway, it's just like a personal decision I made for myself. The next product that I sent back was the Peter Thomas Roth sunscreen, and that had like all of them in it, so I definitely did not want to use that. And then the last product was the Milani SPF BFF. All these products, like about the sunscreen, they were fine. Like, I loved them, but I don't want to put that on me because I'm nursing and because I don't want that in my body. So I'm not saying all makeup that I have in my collection is like safe, but if I find out that something is not so good for me, I'm gonna pull it because, you know, I want the best for my skin and my health and all of that. And it's really sad that that people put really bad crap in our cosmetics and our beauty and our food and everything, you name it. Like, there's terrible stuff in it. Anyway, so I'm just going to be more conscious about sunscreens and like makeup. Like, I don't know all the stuff about ingredients, but if I'm like, hey, there's bad stuff in your sunscreen, okay, well, I'm going to buy a safe sunscreen. So definitely just wanted to update you on this declutter because I love watching declutters. I'm nosy. I want to see what you're keeping and what you're getting rid of. Some of these products, like, they're fine. It's just personal decisions that I wanted to get rid of. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, entertaining, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.